we now have 30K plus applications. Okay? So that's a lot of applications. All apps are available to all markets. But you will have different surfaces of the globe, like you have in real life. You have UK here, for example, and you have South Africa, etc. So we have a local interface of marketplace, but you will be able to access all the applications that are down here if you choose to publish them as worldwide applications. You can publish an application so it's only available for a country. But the way these work is that your local surface is an opportunity for you, because on the local surface you have apps that are merchandised, that is shown specifically for this market. That increases discoverability and radically increases the number of downloads. You have the local featured apps, you have the local top app lists, etc. So you know what apps are popular in your market. You know which apps have the best ratings for each specific market. So one app can have completely different reviews in Sweden as compared to the US. So it's a local view, but you have access to all applications. Does that make sense? So that's an opportunity for you to have a better discoverability for your apps. So this is what it looks like. So this is Marketplace. So this is also Panorama. And this is something we do locally. We basically decide which apps are shown where. So if you have a great app that is relevant for Sweden, we might make it, available as a premier placement application, i.e. an application that is the one that is super featured, but also owning the entire panorama. Right? So this is a huge space for marketing and visibility for your application. You use and own the entire background of Marketplace. And this exists in several layers as well. So what you typically see is these types of uplifts on average. So if you own the panorama, being the one app, you have uplift of 2,000% and more. So this is the average uplift. If you are among the featured applications, you have an 800% average uplift on downloads.
Like
As if it,
more downloads?
yes. Okay, so if I have 100 downloads on average, on your, and you get featured, you will have lots more.
Yeah.
And if you're here among the featured list, one step below, one in the hierarchy, you will have an uplift of 150%. So these are ways that we can help you merchandise and market and essentially sell your applications. And this is way different from both App Store and Market, in that we have the local control over this, and it's simply not as crowded, and you have more visibility on more different spots within Marketplace. So that's really good. And we choose apps based on quality, as we talked. If you make an average app, well, that's an average app. And there are things that an average app should have. It should be easy to use. It should be some core functionality, etc. included. But we want it to move up the scale, up the pyramid. So a good app is original. It creates stickiness with the customers. It's used more than once, like the average application is. So it needs to be creating stickiness. Visual impact. So now, Danwei will talk you through design. How can you use the design language and the opportunities to create a visual impact of an application? Connected, obviously, is important. But a great app on Windows Phone 7 also use the Metro design to its fullest. Create a wow factor in the design. Use all the unique features that are actually available in the form of APIs etc. on the platform. So if you make apps that are truly great, you will have the opportunity to be featured and thus create more visibility and bus for your app specifically. So think about this when you make your app, when you build your app. Yeah, so these are okay. Wait, take that off. And that's my long first session. Sorry that I ran over. Any questions before we move over to the next session?
I'm pretty much hooked on your OS and I love it. I just have a question about your collaboration with Nokia. When will the Nokia phones be released? Or is that like secret to say?
That's secret.
Okay.
But they have said publicly that they're going to announce this year, and that phones are going to be broadly available early next year. So it's not that far away.
Okay.
I have another question about that as well, which is there was some talk that maybe the software, like kind of variant, would be slightly customized for the Nokia phones. Is that true, or is it going to be the same?
It's going to be the same, and there's a simple reason for that. If we would break what I've just talked about, it would have a bad customer experience in the end. So Windows Phone will always be Windows Phone, but there are opportunities for any OEM, like Nokia or Samsung, to customize at certain levels, do their own thing. And what you can expect, I think, from the Nokia collaboration is that they will always be at the forefront of what you can do on the platform. I bring out services on the platform, fully utilize, what the platform can deliver. They have a lot of their own content, like navigation. They have a lot of knowledge in camera and imaging and things like that. So we expect Nokia to be at the very frontier when it comes to those types of things.
But then there will be a competition, for example, with Bing and not always the Ovi Maps or whatever it's called.
No, not really. So Ovi Maps, again, that will go into the platform being available for everybody. And there is room, so you don't have to use Bing. There are other search engines that you can install through applications, etc. But I'm pretty positive that they will create their own identity on Windows Phone, but the Windows Phone experience would be something that you can easily move between a Nokia phone and a Samsung phone, etc.
Already the phones that are out now, some of them come bundled with applications that only come with that phone. So I don't remember which one. It's the LG comes with a panorama app and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Their own little. So they have their ways of differentiating themselves. And if Nokia's good at navigation, then maybe they'll put, without confirming or denying anything, maybe they'll put a good navigation app that the other phones won't be able to have, or something like that.
Yeah. So they're all the same, to a certain level. I mean, as an end user, you should always be, sure that, a Windows phone is always a Windows phone. But then there might be certain things that really elevate a particular phone from a particular manufacturer to the level that you want to have it on. So.
Yeah, maybe you said it, but the panorama view with the applications, what decides which applications is displayed on the panorama?
So again, that's something you will tag in your app. So if it's a music and video app, you tag it, and then it will show up there automatically as it's downloaded.
The panorama in the marketplace, I think it was.
Okay. So that is something that we decide locally, actually.
Okay.
So we decide so there's this great new, app coming out. We want to give that a little bit of a push. Then we can decide, well, this app will own the panorama for 2 weeks.
Oh.
So we do local merchandising, as we call it.
But it's not paid ad space.
No, you don't have to pay for it.
You have to convince you guys about it.
Well, and that's again the quality bar that we're trying to set. So we want you guys to design and develop great applications. If you have great applications, we will make them visible. So we are not interested in making money on putting poor applications owning the panorama in marketplace. So that's a no-no. So quality applications, enticing and engaging experience, that's what we want to create with Windows Phone. And during the day, you will have plenty of time to check what we're doing and how we're using our phones. to get you even more inspired. But I mean, obviously I work for Microsoft. I should be passionate about this, but also from a very personal perspective, I love the phone. You know, it's just a joy to use every day because it's so simple. It's super fast all the time, and it's just simpler. So give it a try. Okay, thank you for your attention. I think we should take maybe a 5-minute break and let the Danwei set up, and then we will go into the core stuff about designing using our tools. And that's really interesting.